The rhythmic drumming of the Maoma announces the start of the Kuomboka celebrations of the Lozi people of Western Province. This is a cultural expression of the people of this region and their connection to the land, water, and natural cycles. The rhythmic beats and melodies evoke a sense of unity and tradition, fostering a collective celebration of the Lozi heritage. The Mahoma royal drums, which echo across the Zambezi floodplains and can be heard 20 kilometers away, are also used to summon paddlers of the Nalikwanda, the royal barge, to assemble in readiness of the Litunga's voyage from the floodplain palace in Lialui to the higher grounds of Limulunga in a day's time.
It is being beaten like today to summon all the paddlers to assemble so that they may know, they may be selected and also know the type of barges that they are going to paddle in. Because it's, when we look at the whole of Barotsaland, as I said, there are certain positions which makes a person have the access to paddle in each and every royal badge. For example, the Nalikwanda royal badge is for the people, is for all the people of the land. That's why it's called Nalikwanda. Nalikwanda simply means for the people. So a lot of people who present certain clans and families are able to paddle in the Nalikwanda. At the same time, we have badges like the Notila, which we call Notila Umulonga. That one is specifically property of the king himself, whereby young princes can also paddle in those drums. We have got various badges, for example, like the Narikena badge. The Narikena badge, for example, the Ngambela, yes, his jurisdiction is the whole of Barotsaland, but there are certain villages, which are only 7 in number, that are able to work for the Ngambela. It doesn't really go in the same jurisdiction with the Litunga. So those who come from villages like Luvachi, Nasiwi, those are able to paddle in the Narikena. That's according to the law of our culture. So each and every paddler who comes knows the type of badge that he can paddle. For example, we have the Natamikwa and the Mundende, where we expect this, it is called the spy boat, where we expect some bodyguards to paddle therein. So it is there to summon all the paddlers to come and assemble in the capital and then be given the rightful instructions. Also be reminded of their culture so that they may know the do's and the don'ts when they paddle the royal barges.
The Kuomboka ceremony has over the years remained one of the most cherished traditional events in the country, drawing crowds from Zambia and beyond.
It's one Zambia, one nation. I love the culture for Zambia. And I am a Zambian, wearing my Zulu outfit. My Ngoni outfit, in the beginning of this year, I had also gone to Mshwala. So see, I love it. And the response is overwhelming. We have the Bembas, we have the Nyanjas, we have the Ngonis, me being a proud Tonga Ila lady. So, Eshman, it's sharp.
It's amazing to be here actually, and I'm encouraging young people everywhere. Bakona kutaha rutoikabe amo kulikone kubulukande sizo saluna kihane kuli luna nini ni abahulu abaliteni bashemi baluna balusosweza kulutae kwanu lutobuluka sizo saluna. Everyone from Zambia can come, and then we can preserve our culture. We are seeing our parents here. They have brought us so that we can see our culture and preserve it.
I never imagined to say we are going to have this ceremony because of climate change. Otherwise, we have made so many changes and we are still taking part in this ceremony. You know, ceremony is ceremony. We're just going to celebrate it no matter what. Yeah, so I'm so very happy. As you can see, there are a lot of people here in Haba. We are enjoying ourselves as Lozis. We are putting on musisis, bishushu, and also miziwa.
You remember last year we didn't have any Kuomboka ceremony, and when it was announced that this year we have a mini Kuomboka, people have really attended. They have come in numbers. Pertaining to economy, you know, Kuomboka is when Kuomboka comes, booms the economy of Western Province in every aspect that you talk about.
Paramount Chief Chitimukulu Kanyantamanga II of the Bemba people of Northern and Muchinga provinces arrived in Mongu in a reciprocal visit to the Western Province as guest of honor at the 2024 Kuomboka ceremony. The Mwinelubemba's visit to grace the Kuomboka was at the invitation of the Barotse Royal Establishment BRE. This followed a historic meeting of the two traditional leaders in 2023 when the Litunga Lubosi Imwiko II traveled to Bembaland as guest of honor at Ukusefya Pangwena ceremony hosted by Paramount Chief Chitimukulu Kanyantamanga II in Mungwe district. The 2024 Kuomboka presented the second historic convergence of the two traditions of the Bemba and Lozi people. Several traditional leaders from across the country also joined in Kuomboka celebrations. President Hakainde Hichilema was among thousands of visitors to this year's Kuomboka ceremony, which took place on the 20th of April 2024 under the theme Cultural Heritage, Adapting to Climate Change. Several government officials also graced the occasion, emphasizing commitment to supporting traditional ceremonies as a means of fostering unity and preserving cultural heritage.
Bembas, those were at that time called the Rianas of the Kola Foundation. So during the Lunda migration, we migrated here, and the Bembas migrated where they are now. The Lundas are where they are. That is why, if you really look at the original Host language, a lot of similarities between the original Host language and also Bembas belong here.
This year's Kuomboka was a demonstration of the resilience of the Lozi tradition, as the people of Western Province, led by the Litunga, refused to bow to hostile effects of climate change that impacted the 2024 ceremony. The Nalikwanda could not dock at the usual station in Limulunga due to challenges of low water levels on the Zambezi River, occasioned by the drought experienced in the 2023-2024 rainy season.
The way the Kuomboka ceremony has been affected is a clear example that we need to up our mitigation ambition. We don't need to start cutting trees anyhow. We need to protect the standing trees. We need to protect our environment. Again, if we do not protect our environment, that same environment will destroy us. Already food insecurity, already energy insecurity, already water insecurity. We are struggling amidst the drought. We need to adapt and adapt very quickly. Also, lastly, we need to build resilience because climate change is here. We need to live, we need to feed, but within the difficult boundary conditions.
Despite the effects of the drought that negatively impacted the 2024 Kuomboka, the Lozi traditional ceremony majestically unfolded before thousands of spectators. The symbolic movement of the Litunga from lower land to upper land was unstoppable. However, the royal barge carrying the Litunga had been redirected into a different path, a channel that laid the course of the royal paddlers to Mulamba Harbour, a more suitable docking destination than Limulunga, where water levels had reached an all-time low due to drought in the country. President Hakainde Hichilema and Mwinelubemba Paramount Chief Chitimukulu were among thousands of Kuomboka enthusiasts who patiently waited for the Litunga to dock at Mulamba Harbour. As a symbol of unity, the Litunga and his guest Mwine Lubemba Kanyantamanga II used the occasion of the Kuomboka to hold several intercultural events aimed at fostering oneness and mutual respect between the Bemba and the Lozi people. The two traditional leaders have continued championing inter-ethnic harmony using traditional ceremonies.
We are just grateful to the Lozi people and the traditional leadership of Barosaland for according Mwine Lubemba the opportunity to come here and be the guest of honor at the 2024 Kuomboka ceremony. Our experience has been fantastic. We had a very good stay here, and the cultural experiences that the Lozi people exposed us to have been fantastic. So we are very grateful to have come to Barosaland and experience Kuomboka ceremony.
President Hakainde Hichilema, who was in Mongo for a 3-day working visit, held several engagements before and after the Kuomboka, during which he called for peace and unity in the country.
The joy and the pleasure is mine this morning to recognize the presence of our Republican President among us. His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema. It is always a joy to be with you in the house of God. The country is using you a lot. But we are happy because we loaned you to the country. And we praise God whenever we see a number of strides that are being accomplished. We are seeing schools being built everywhere and our young people having access to free education. The list is endless, more than I'll be able to mention in the brief time that I have.
Let me pick a case in point: the drought, climate change, instigated drought. The consequences of that is obviously crop failure. We all know it. It's a phenomenon beyond what any human being can do. In such a situation, the government acted proactively to declare the situation a disaster and an emergency, to invoke the support that is necessary. And we are pleased to say the response is so far looking extremely good. The global network of friends, of partners, the local situation, the government itself, we, the government, we, your servants, took the first step to realign the 2024 budget to move money away from wasteful expenditure or non-critical expenditure and drive it into two areas. One, to ensure that nobody dies out of hunger, immediate support. Number two, to make sure that we invest in increased resiliency going forward.
Despite the challenges of climate change, particularly low water levels on the Zambezi River, the Lozi people demonstrated solid commitment to their cultural heritage. The 2024 Kuomboka ceremony also served as a great reminder of the need for intercultural exchange among different ethnic groups to facilitate unity in diversity across the country.